to answer your questions. I'm confused why you have so many different or two different pricing models, and why not just go by the person? Why go by the pan at all?
Because for me, it's easier for sure
Why?
because I know typically how much goes in a pan. So if they just want a pan of something, they don't have to order. Like if they're having 20 people over and they just want a bunch of pulled pork sandwiches,
Yeah.
okay, buy a pan of pork
But how's that easier?
because I know what goes in there.
For how much? What goes in there?
Typically, it's like
So they say
$2.
we have 20 people coming over.
Oh,
That's what you said. 20 people, and
I'll ask the type of
enough
people.
sandwiches for 40.
Yeah, so they'll get a full pan, which is about 10, 12 pounds. Because it's a half pound a person. Or a third pound a person. So they should have leftovers. Depends on the type of people they're eating. But how can you price out, okay,
they say
$15.
we're having 20 people over. I say, okay. And I will tell them if they want pork and mac and cheese, then yeah, it's going to be $9 a person. $8.75. And they're going to get 5 pounds of pork probably. And 20 people, that's going to be a half pan of pork, mac and cheese.
Really? Okay. See, my per person started off at 2 meat, 2 side.
See, we don't do everything's a la carte. They can get as much or as little as they want. We've had somebody just order sides from us. Can I get catering just of sides? Absolutely.
Yeah, I did that. I've done that once.
So yeah, we don't have anything prepackaged. We send them our price list. They can pick and choose however they want to do it. They control their budget.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I gotcha. So you're at okay. When you say $8.75, you're at let's say $4 per person for pork, or
$6.50. $6.50 a person for pork, $2.25 a person for mac and cheese.
Can I ask you a question?
In just a second, as soon as I get to these.
Please.
Justin says maybe do pan price up to certain guest count, which I think is what you do.
Yes.
And then he said they charge extra for table service, and we're not doing anything plated at all. Mm-hmm. We don't have the facility to do it. And then he says when we started, we did buy the pan. Things got a little easier for us and the client when we went price per person. I think it's just, for me, the easier it is for them to figure out what their cost is going to be and what they need for a head count. Like, I don't want them to have to figure out math. Okay, a pan feeds between this many and this many. I'm going to have this many guests. And now they're trying to do all this calculation in their head where I'm just going to charge them a price. We're going to make sure they have enough food.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask them some questions. They're like, well, do you think we should add more people because we might have some heavier eaters? And we always build in a buffer. So if it's a 200-person wedding, we're bringing food for 225.
Yes,
correct. To account for those heavier eaters.
Sure.
And we let them know that. Okay, now you wanted to ask me a question. I'm guessing about mac and cheese or something. Why aren't we charging more?
Well, technically for both, you say your prices are built in. Why aren't you charging the same price you would charge for a sandwich or a normal side? You say your prices are built in to stay there and replenish your buffet, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and possible stuff's built in, but your prices don't reflect your food truck prices. Shouldn't they reflect your food truck prices?
What do you say? What do you mean? I'm confused.
You charge, okay, let's
$6.50 a person, which is $26 a pound for pork.
I understand. Please hold.
Okay.
Please hold. So your piglet
Uh-huh.
with the exception of, with pickles and sauce, is $8.25.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a quarter pound?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So minus the pickles is the $8, whatever. Why aren't you charging the same price? Because it's the same portion size. I assume you're supplying buns.
Yeah, but not everybody gets buns.
Understandable. But let's assume you're providing buns.
I do.
And sauce.
Yeah.
So why aren't you charging the same amount?
Because I don't need to. It's not the same service.
So, okay. So services, because you're serving them on the truck, your price will be a little bit higher.
There's also a container. There's also a bag. There's also all the other things that go into something you hand out of the window for a to-go type of order.
So you charge $3.50 for a small mac and cheese,
Mm-hmm.
which is what, 8 ounces?
Mm-hmm. 1 cup. It's not weight, it's volume. So 1 cup.
Fair. Okay.
And most people aren't taking a cup of mac and cheese off the buffet line. Most.
I actually watched our buffet line yesterday for the first time in a while, and it was on Saturday.
I watched every single one of them.
Well, here's the thing: is if they order by the pan and we did the math together, I'm not staying. We're done. The only reason I stayed is because they're a good customer of mine. Plus, I didn't have anything else going on. I want to make sure everything was good. But they had a shit ton of extra food, and they ordered by the pan. So
you can help curtail some of that too, because people are going to overguess themselves to make sure that they're good. Versus you can use your knowledge of how much, and this is why you watch and you attend your buffets and look at them and see how people eat, and you can get a better gauge of what the average plate looks like across the board. So you build this knowledge base internally, and then you can start cooking more accurately.
So I look at by the pan is easier because that's the amount they want. They want a full pan of whatever or half pan of
but
whatever.
They don't know what they want. They want to feed everybody they have. That's all they want.
True.
They don't know how many pans it's going to take. You do. Because you know that on average, people are going to take about 1/3 of a pound. They don't know that. That's what they're paying you for, is to feed those people and to figure out how much food they need and to price it accordingly.
Okay.
I'm what?
I was thinking about something.
Justin is very active today. I like you, Justin.
We love very active people.
He says, no, catering prices don't reflect because they are paying for a service, my time, my equipment, my experience, etc. Yeah, I get that they could then make a piglet for less. They could also make a loaded mac and cheese for way less than what we charge on the truck.
True.
But that's not the case. It all comes back down, Skippy, to what you're... Excuse me.
You dying? Please don't die.
So for the food truck, yeah, it's priced a little bit higher, but we don't know that we're going to sell them. So we have to put in a buffer to take advantage of every customer. That sounds take advantage of every sale we get. I have a guaranteed amount that I know I'm going to sell. I know how much food I'm going to make. There's zero waste for us for a wedding or for a catered event. So you have extra cost built in on the back end because you have to now make up for waste, on the food truck. So that way, if you do have a $500 day, you can mitigate some of that. You cover some of that waste cost in your sale cost. That stuff needs to be built into your pricing. So we don't have that either. And on catering, I can do multiple catering. I can't set up at 2 different locations with 1 truck and sell off the truck.
True. Yeah.
So now you think of it, well, I'm doing 2 weddings at the same time.
So your weddings that you have, was it weddings last weekend?
Yeah.
Like you had 3 on Saturday or something like that, or
Like 2
whatever.
on Saturday, 2 on Friday. Yeah.
Okay. So were all those manned, or did you drop and go?
No, those were all manned.
So you had somebody there that was
We had
replenishing and
yep. Yeah, we don't have them refill pans. There's no way at a wedding I'm going to have somebody refill their own pans of food. No way.
or you just wouldn't set them all up at the same time.
No, because I don't want 2 pans of pork sitting out because both of them are going to get opened. You know, I can provide better food if we're there and better service, and it allows us to talk to people and potentially have more bookings coming down the road because we're interacting with people. They're seeing that. That's part of the service we offer. Every person you talk to is an opportunity for another catered event.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Especially at like open, we drop and go more at open houses than we do anything else. But a lot of those are like 60 people. Like those will be disposable wire racks and they're not looking for a whole lot. But occasionally, yeah, we get one that's 150. We have staff on site. We treat it just like a wedding. Open houses are great for repeat customers and new customers. So yeah, if we don't have a whole lot going on that day and we have an open house, heck yeah, someone's going to stay there and clean up, tidy up, get everything packaged in smaller pans for them to put in their fridge, and off we go. Everything is an opportunity for future business.
Yeah,
we treat every customer the same way that walks up to the truck. You know, you don't treat one differently because of what the size of their order is.
No.
So we don't do that. We do the same thing for regular service. Just like we wear our chef's coats now to all our catered events. Every catered event, even if it's an open house and dropping off, we're wearing chef's coats out there.
So your comment a couple weeks ago about not having or having to not being able to do as many caterings because of capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Does that also have to do with people because you want to make sure somebody's there?
No, if we ever got to the point where we were consistently doing that much catering, then yeah, we'd hire somebody. I mean, Pam worked last weekend.
No, I know.
Because we needed an extra person, and she was more than willing to and happy to help.
Hey, Pam, just so you know, I'll send you a chef's coat.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to hire another person, even if it's just a part-time person through the summer to help with catering and stuff. We'll get there. We'll be there soon, I think. I'm currently working on figuring out a space and time to do a tasting because we get asked for those every winter. And when we say we don't do tastings through the winter, we never hear back from those people. It is so rare that we hear back from them.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to wait until March and put everything on hold until March.
So you're going to charge for your tasting?
Yeah. We'll probably do like $25 a person. Probably pre-sale tickets type of thing. Just to make sure that we're not going to take a bath on food type of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And are you going to provide everything that you would be able to provide on a catering menu?
What's that?
I said, do you plan on providing everything that is on your catering menu?
Yeah,
so
pretty
every
much.
Side, every meat?
Yeah, which isn't much more than what we have for our regular menu.
Yeah.
We might hold off on doing a green salad. But, you know.
I would hope everybody knows what's in a green salad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a green salad.
It's a salad that's green.
You know what ranch tastes like.
Yeah, but how good's the ranch is the thing.
Hidden Valley or GFS, depending on how big the wedding is. Actually, I'm going away from the GFS salad dressing. We don't do salads super frequently.
No.
So buying the gallons, like we're throwing away half.
Yeah.
After every wedding. And there's not a good way unless you buy the pumps, and then that's just disposable. We're not keeping the pumps afterwards that fit on the top of those gallon jugs. And I don't like the way the gallon jugs look sitting out. So we've tried a bowl with a ladle. We've tried pitchers. We've tried a billion things and none of it works well. It all creates a huge mess. So we switched to the tall, long neck Hidden Valley dressings that are easy to pour.
Yeah.
We use those.
What are you doing for sauce right now? Like, do you just
Like
drop off
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, just bottles.
So we refill squeeze bottles.
Yeah.
We put out squeeze bottles.
Find out when it comes to sauce and stuff, people are very, very messy.
Yeah.
Like they just.
Oh yeah.
It's like it could be the most bougiest wedding you've ever been to, and that table will be covered with food.
And I feel so bad. This nice white tablecloth, and it's just
It's just done.
Yeah, the barbecue sauce and then the salad dressing. It's like, you freaking animals.
If they want baked beans, beans are going on the tablecloth all the time.
Yeah.
Do you ever ask what kind of tablecloth they're using?
Nope, don't care.
I caught one on fire the other day.
Oh, nice job.
The gel sternos.
Yep.
Yeah. Never accidentally tip them over. Because then the fire that's already in them will move.
I did that. I knocked it off the table.
Oh boy.
So I thought I put the top on and hit it with my other hand, and it didn't. The top wasn't on long enough for it to actually extinguish. So the gel spread all over the floor. It looked really cool.
Dinner and a show. Dinner and a show.
Not the easiest thing to clean up with paper towel, though.
No, especially when it gets on your hot glove and it's on your hand. Like, ah, shit. Yeah, not good.
Justin says they have a tasting room, about 75% booking rate when they taste, he says.
I can imagine that.
So for $50, it's 4 guests, 3 menu items. If they book, the 50 comes off their booking fee. So yeah, we probably do the same thing. It'd be nice to have a tasting room. Like if we had a brick and mortar, that'd be awesome to do. Like you'd be able to do that, Skippy. Yeah. And we do the same thing off the truck. So if someone's having a wedding, we invite them out to the truck. We cover whatever they want to taste within reason. We'll usually do like a little sampler. We'll give them some pork, some brisket, one of each side, chicken if we have it on site on board, and we'll give that to them. We won't charge them for it. Most of those book with us. If they come to taste the food, most of them book. I'd say it's probably 90% book after they taste. But when you got our food, I mean, it's easy to understand.
Yeah.
So, lots of people coming in and out of Facebook. Or not Facebook, I'm sorry, TikTok. Nick Lodato is kicking our asses in this TikTok race to 1,000. I think he's 130 ahead of us now.
I mean, some of his videos are pretty
that
good.
Last one that he did where he went into his house and it was back into the restaurant was well done. Good job.
That was very good. Very good.
We kind of took a little break there for a little bit on posting some videos. It was the last couple of weeks with that not coming back has been a little crazy. So
the cucumber guy's been all over my For You page.
Cucumber guy? I haven't seen the cucumber guy.
All right, so it's a blonde-haired kid who lives in Korea, one of the Koreas, I assume South. And he starts off every video with sometimes you just have to eat an entire cucumber. So he takes a 32-ounce deli container and mandolins, slices a cucumber in it, and he makes recipes out of just what's out of a cucumber. So he'll put, he'll make like everything bagel and lox with like a little cream cheese, some cut up lox, some dill, some stuff. He makes like sushi ones. He's all over my For You page. Like I just want to try it because it's like cucumbers have no nutritional value whatsoever. They're just water, but you're throwing everything else in there to make it taste better. Like he did like a Thai peanut cucumber. Well, looks all good. One of these days I'll try it.
Cucumbers are delicious.
They are. They're superfood.
A little bit of judge.
Somebody said if you cut a cucumber and put sugar on it, it tastes like a watermelon. And he said, whoever came up with this is a liar. Because it did not.
Bubba says he doesn't charge for tastings and has 100% booking rate on those.
Bubba's on? Hi, Bubba. I figured Bubba would be sleeping in. He worked a lot this week.
He also said Nick has some great videos, though. Yes, he does.
He does.
I agree. he's doing a good job on that. So,
I'd love to hear Bubba because he also charges by the pan, or he has a pan price as well.
Justin says his tasting room, it's a 10 by 10 office, $450 a month. The office building has a common area kitchenette, prep table, and conference area. So I'm guessing you use that as your office space and tasting room all in one type of thing, which is cool.
So if anybody wants a tasting from me, if they say that they're going to come up and want to try our food, look at our schedule, whatever, I give them 25% off. So whatever they want, because they're getting full portions.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've had plenty of people where we give them a little sampler and then they come and get some food too. So, but yeah, I have no problem giving away a small amount of food.
I have before, but typically they get 25% off.
Yeah. Bubba says pan pickups are the easiest money for me. Yeah. I mean, we do that too. I mean, we've had plenty of people that have said, we're headed out of town. Can we get like 10 pounds of pork and pick it up from the truck? Absolutely. And we'll charge them by the pound price, So we'll have it in a pan ready for them to go. I ask if they're going to eat it right away or if it's going to be, if they're putting it in a fridge and warming back up. Because then we don't have to cook it that day. We can do it whenever we have a slower day kind of thing and just fridge it ourselves. So yeah, it's easy money. I like it when they call ahead or let us know ahead of time.
Right.
Because we don't like to tell people no. So coming up to the truck and this is kind of what happened in Nuevo, where it was just pounds of meat going out. So
we had, when we started the cafe, just taking over their kitchen, we would come in on a Friday or on a Saturday at like, I don't know, 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And there'd be one person, she was having a lot of construction done on her house. And she thought that she would feed the entire people or entire construction crew. So she would come in and buy 5 to 6 racks of ribs. And she's like, I'll cut them myself. Just put them in a pan and I'll take them. No problem. I said, okay. So the first time we did it, I'm like, hey, just let me know ahead of time, please, so I can cook accordingly because you'll take all the ribs that we got for the rest of the day. And of course, every single week she would come back, get 5, 6 racks of ribs or whatever we had left. And I'm like, you please, you can pre-order. I will make sure that you have. No, okay, we'll do it next time. Next time comes and she do it again. I'm like,
until the week you think of it and you're like, I'm going to cook an extra 5 racks of ribs just for her. And then she doesn't come.
No, I think that happened the last time.
Yeah. Steve says he has a pan only menu and he assists the guests with the math. So his only pans menu, which is what it should be called. If you don't have only pans on there, you're missing an opportunity.
Yes, only pans. There's actually a TikTok girl that does only pans.
Olivia.
Yeah,
she's awesome. The Harder and Bentley.
Excuse me.
They make Harder and I think it's Harder and Bentley. They make a chef attire. A lot of aprons and stuff, and they have. I kind of can't. That's not the right name. If anybody knows,
that
what I'm
sounds
talking
dirty as hell. Just so you know,
it comes up on my Facebook scroll all the time. But they now have celebrity lines, and she is one of them. Her and then the chick that flips off the camera every one of her videos. That might be Olivia. I might be switching those around. Anyways, so yeah, on her apron and in the pocket, it's just got a middle finger sticking out of the apron pocket. You looking it up for me?
No, I
thanks.
I just got two scam emails. One from Balto Sandoval. We hope your new item is serving you well. We'd appreciate it if you could tell us a bit about your experience, as it helps us assure we're providing the finest goods available. And of course, there's a PDF file that I'm not going to open. And the other one is from Rarian Kusami, and there's nothing, and it just says gr.txt file. Definitely not going to open that either. We do have, it's supposed to rain pretty heavily tomorrow.
I was close. It is Headley and Bennett.
No, you were dirty. You said Harder and Bentley.
Well, I was close. Headley and Bennett, though. Let me share the page. But yeah, they have aprons, coats, kitchen linens, apparel, shoes.
Can we get a sponsorship?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't know. Call them. I like the Uncommon Chef. They did, when we did World Foods last year, they did I have a chef shirt, not a chef coat. I have a chef shirt that they embroidered our logo on. And I think with the embroidery, I think the shirt was like, I don't know, $12, even with the embroidery on it. That's pretty good.
And you're not wearing that to catering?
I do wear it to catering. Absolutely. I treat most of the caterings as drop-offs. Like, they'll set them up and go. I don't treat them as, I'd leave business cards there, of course, and maybe I can change. I don't know.
Yeah, treat them all like a cheap whore that you had overnight and just throw the money on the table.
Hey, as long as they keep coming back.
Sorry, I'm all distracted now on the aprons.
That's what I'm going to do for the restaurant. Instead of doing shirts, I'm going to do aprons.
Yeah? Let them wear whatever shirt they want?
I mean, no, but I can cover it up with a damn apron. No, like on the truck, I get my girls that will say, "Hey, I want a tank top." I'm like, "Well, then fucking pay for it." I'll give you the logo file. You want a tank top? Pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you one shirt you like or you don't like. I don't care. You wear.
Yeah.
How many shirts does Chris have?
I don't know. A lot. Not a lot.
Caleb?
Less than a lot, but still plenty.
Pam?
I don't know. Enough.
Does Pam still wear your shirt even though she's not working for you?
Am I Pam?
I don't know. You can ask her.
So could you.
Okay, well, I'll message her. Hi, Pam.
In regards to your, do you think we could get a sponsorship comment? Justin says probably not with 7 listeners.
Yeah.
But it's hundreds across the world.
We're big in India.
Yeah, we're real big in India. We have not touched their charts in a while, though.
We're not big in India anymore.
Yeah. We did
Bangladesh, maybe.
We did hit the U.S. chart on iTunes again for a moment.
Worse.
For food podcasts.
Buzz, you know.
3-pack of white chef t-shirts, $96. They're on sale for $96.
Jesus H.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
High quality stuff, though.
Mm-hmm.
Nice stuff. I'll let you know how comfortable they are. So
it's a lot.
Well, Skippy, you just need to make more money. That doesn't seem so bad.
You know, if Josh, if I had your money, I'd burn mine. I mean, that's pretty much how we're going nowadays.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, you're making money hand over fist. You can afford Matt, the cleaning guy.
I don't pay for him.
Who pays for him?
Angie.
Oh, well, smart.
If I had her money,
you wouldn't have to food truck.
That's right.
Why do you banish her to the basement? You should be in the basement. You should know your role.
I'm here every day. She's not.
Oh, true that.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, good times. I got to get her car into the shop today. She needs new tires and
speaking of problems, I had to take my trailer into the shop Friday.
Man, what'd you do this time?
So I have on the roof 2 of those air vents.
Mm-hmm.
The lids to those air vents decided to fly off somewhere. So knowing that it was going to rain, I had 2 of those Max Air covers installed.
Yeah.
And I did not realize that because I needed it done like ASAP because, again, it was going to rain and I wasn't going to do it myself.
Yeah, our little crank handle on those broke. On mine broke first year, I think.
Well, so I'm bougie and
I come down, but it wouldn't go up. So if you
So
pushed it up, it would lock, and then so we just zip tied it shut so it wouldn't blow open.
I won't tell you about my first world problems. Mine are on a remote.
God.
And by the way, they have not gone up like in the last 3 months because the mechanism broke just like yours did.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so the vent I just noticed flew off somewhere. So I just had both of the vents just removed and just put the max air covers on. I didn't realize that they were $180 an hour for service, and the covers were $40 a piece. So it's a good $322 on Friday.
Not bad.
We have a good week coming up. We have a lot of catering this week. I got catering tomorrow. I got our roadside Wednesday. Another catering Thursday. Got our cruise-in car show on Friday. Another catering on Saturday. A wedding. And our flavor fruit farm that we did this past Sunday next Sunday. So that'll be the real test to see how, as long as the weather's good, how next Sunday goes.
Yeah.
Because you just never know. Like, there's nothing. So they charge $15 a head, and children under 6 are free to go out and like participate in anything they have out there.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk for acres if you want to, but then if you want to do apples, it's like you gotta pay to pick them. You gotta just all sorts of stuff you gotta pay for.
Yeah.
And they have the live music out there, and I feel bad for the guy because nobody wants to pay $15 to go out there. And I mean, there's people that do. Don't get me wrong, but he's just playing to nobody. But yet they have a place up front where everybody's going to eat. Like, they have their own little shipping container that they made a burger company out of. That's right there. And then they have us food trucks. They normally have like 3 or 4. And everybody's going to go to the picnic tables, but they don't have music out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Oh, hey, Matt. Look at that. He's not even listening. Oh, he's listening. He definitely heard that. He shook his head. Is he dusting?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna get way back in there. Yeah, it's very dirty in there.
Does he travel?
To Jackson?
Yeah.
Matt, how much to go to Jackson? How much to go to Jackson for a cleaning?
Jackson? $500.
There. Catch that?
Might be money well spent. Just it might be money well spent. Oh. All right. We'll talk, Matt. It'd be weird if we do this podcast one Monday, and you see Matt in my background.
It will not happen.
Matt gets used. Is Matt a nice guy?
He's a wonderful human being.
Good for him. Puts up with you and your dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got?
What do you mean? Oh, this week we had a.
Oh, like what do you think? Topics?
Well, you get to talk about your upcoming week, but it's okay, whatever.
Please, no, please. I want to know everything about your upcoming week.
Nope. I'm working on getting a shed. I think we're going to turn it into a little smoke shack. I got to get it cleared with. I got to talk to our fire inspector here, though, so that they can sign off on it for me, just in case something bad were to happen.
What about your HOA? Do you got to get them involved?
I don't have an HOA.
Oh, I didn't know if you were part of the sub behind you. Okay, might be.
Nope. We have a landscape easement, so I have to make sure it's off of that. But nope, cool. My property is my property. Do you think they'd allow me to have the trailer here?
I don't know.
No. No, we for very specific reasons. Our trailer being one of them.
Angie lets you have the trailer there.
For very specific reasons, we are not part of an HOA. So
I don't blame you.
She likes money coming into the house. So yes.
Money's good.
She is okay with the trailer being here. Yeah, so we want to make sure to get it cleared and approved through the fire chief. So that way, if something bad were to happen, we're not screwed on insurance. So yeah.
Sure.
Yep, it would be right behind where the trailer is parked now, up against our fence, and the idea would be to have it big enough to hold a smoker, our 3-door fridge, and a prep table. So,
I like it.
And
I
that
like
way we would just load the trailer each morning with food to go. So, and that way it makes it easier on everybody.
Have we picked a potential smoker?
No. Nope. Okay. I know that those two are still for sale. There's also a potential for the local market to get flooded with additional commercial smokers for sale. So, kind of wait and see how that whole thing works its way through with Dickies.
Yeah.
The local franchise that for stores. Yeah. So,
you know what? I read the article. They cited, it wasn't even rising cost. They cited something. It was so stupid.
Yeah. It's bullshit is what it is.
Do you think you'd ever take on a partner?
I have partners.
No, like an actual, like, full, not 50-50 partner, but like a full business partner that could get you to the next level, or your dream of a next level. Like if somebody came in with financing and said, "Hey, I want to open up a restaurant. Do you want to be my partner?" Kind of thing.
So, no.
Okay.
Not at this stage, no, because the amount to get us to a brick and mortar would be the equivalent of what?
Oh, get him. Sick him. Wow. There goes Matt. Matt's dead. Okay.
Matt's not even in the area. That's just the two of them playing. Our last evaluation of the business through Experian. So yeah, it'd be about the same. So
they would have to be a 50-50 partner, basically.
And I'm not giving up 50. So
fair enough.
Anything that we do, I will still have majority ownership of the business. So regardless.
Yeah, you have to. So we had Num Num Ninja on the podcast, and I found out that he does have I don't think he told us, or we asked him, he does have a business partner. Yeah. And both of them are 50% ownership. Good. So
as long as it works for them. I mean,
it does, but who makes the final decision? You know, on a 50-50 partnership, who makes that final decision of, like, you have, so
who
the
makes
person
final decisions in your house? Isn't your marriage a 50-50 partnership?
I wish. Just as much as yours is.
It's all about picking your battles and how much whatever you're deciding on means to you. Well, you're not going to agree on everything, but you give up a little. It's compromise, Skippy. You give up a little on one spot to gain in another spot.
I wish that was the case.
For some people, it's easier than others, especially in a business world. But yeah, I would never give up. And really, all I have to give right now is 40. So I only have 86, I think, % ownership in my business currently. So really, I'd only be able to give 43. So there's no way that I could give away half.
True that.
Without me only having 35% ownership in my own business.
Yeah.
And I will not put myself in a position where I can be removed from my business. At least not right now. There will come a point where that would be an acceptable thing, but that is so far down the line of a growth pattern that I think is still a fantasy dream versus a realistic type of reality. So, and a lot of it depends on structure. And I mean, I could still be 80% ownership of a business, depending on how you have it structured. You'd still have to have board members, and they can still remove you from operations, but you still maintain ownership of the business.
Yeah.
So, which that doesn't sound so bad. Which I mean, more or less is where I would like to get to at some point in time, you know, where I am not involved in day-to-day operations, and my retirement is owning the business and not having to manage any part of the business. More or less.
In the future, does the business die with you?
Why?
No, I mean, it's like, is it your goal to to sell and for enough to sustain retirement and let somebody else run Sweet Rex and Smoking Butts?
Yeah,
Okay.
in my brain, this thing is still going 100 years from now, which is why I'm setting it up the way I am and why we're working through the things that we're working through, and why Chris is, he's a salaried employee. He gets paid through the winter, even though we're not open through the winter. But the best way to advance is to replace yourself. Chris is my replacement for what I'm doing right now.
Isn't he the same age as you?
No, he's younger than I am.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
He ages like milk.
But I'm sure Chris wouldn't mind at some point in time moving away from being on the truck every day to managing 2 trucks every day.
Oh yeah.
As I move up to managing, the brick and mortar and the overreaching the umbrella that is the Hans Management Group versus.
Yeah. There's a guy on TikTok that I just found. The School of Hard Knocks is what what their TikTok name is. But it's just, we'll call him a kid, young adult. Grew his channel to like 7 million followers, and he just, I'm not gonna say harasses people on the side of the road, but goes up to people he think is looks wealthy or maybe drives a Rolls Royce or something like that, and asks, "Have you ever been broke?" And talks about there's people that just walk away from him, and he shows it. But just ask questions about entrepreneurship, like what's the most you made in 1 year, and what's the biggest lesson you learned. And I got caught in his rabbit hole and just started watching his videos. And a lot of these people, yeah, they were broke. They've been broke numerous times, and they just keep going. And some of the advice they give out is very interesting. So it's, you got to respect the people that just, keep entrepreneurship alive. Even if one thing doesn't work, maybe the next thing will. I don't think I think we were talking the other day. I think I never want to go back to corporate world again. Even if this doesn't work for some unknown reason. I'm not looking for the cafe to make me rich. I'm looking at it as a stepping stone. But at the end of the day, I want to get the business away from the house, and this is the best way to do it right now. So we're, keep the dream alive. Sorry, went off on a tangent somewhere.
There's no reason to be sorry.
Just went off on a tangent.
That's what we do here.
We're tangent people.
I had a guy last night ask me how things were going, and we said okay. It's a little slow today, but nothing we didn't expect. He's like, "So, what do you guys do for a job?" I said, "This is it. We're open 6 days a week." He's like, "And you make money? You make a living off this?" It's like, "Well, this is the most oddly offensive conversation I've had in a while." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, how many people does it support?" I said, 3 of us. Oh, okay.
Did he order something?
Yeah, he did. It was while he was waiting for his food. This is all while he's waiting for his food. So, God, I hope you choke on your sandwich.
Yeah, it's I've had people when I do roadside, they're like, do you do good money here? I'm like, I do enough to come back.
Yeah.
It's what do you want me to tell you? Yeah, I make $1 million here. No, I do enough to come back.
Yeah.
So you're dumbass.
People.
Our farm stand, the farm stand that's in front of us is leaving, so that's good. They ran out of sweet corn pretty fast though this year.
Yeah.
But they have the hugest zucchinis.
Yeah.
We're talking monster zucchinis.
Is that monster girth? Is that
No, well, girth is probably that, but we're talking length.
It'd fit. Just get some of Diddy's lube.
And on that note, sir, have a great day.
You too. I hope everybody else has a great week, a successful week.
Except for Jason.
who hasn't been on at all. So I'm guessing you really hurt his feelings, and you finally.
No, maybe he's driving here and he's going to come tomorrow and get food.
Maybe. Could be.
Maybe I'll give him his free meal if he gets here.
Make sure you guys follow both of us everywhere and all the places. That would be greatly appreciated. It's listeners like you that make this all happen. You can find me at Sweet Rex and Smoking Butts. A simple Google search will get you to most of our social media, or at least our website, which has all our social media links on it. Skippy, go.
At PB&J's Barbecue of Michigan on Facebook, but you can also Google search us. Look at our awesome Google reviews, and be able to find us too.
Excellent. Everybody have a good week. Skippy, you have a good week.
You
Sell
too.
lots of awesome food. And we will be back here next Monday, as far as I can tell, doing the same stupid show. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.